EMbers, and welcome to part 16 of our Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So in this episode we're going to be doing 4 days again, so the 15th through to the 18th. This is of course summer, year 1, so we're checking the weather as always. So as you can see, here are the harvest sprites and Harris. So this is an event that I've never actually finished before, I don't think, or if I did, it was a playthrough when I was very, very young. So if you remember, we told, in the previous episode, we told Aya's mother that Harris likes her, wants to marry her. So this is sort of the conclusion to that random event. Very sweet. I'm glad he's happy that we told, because I felt like we shouldn't have been doing that. So let's check the mailbox as always. Nothing has come. Do we have any crops today? Just having a look round. And it doesn't look like we do now. So we're going to grab the honey, feed the fish, and I assume head straight into the hen house. Yep. So again, much like last week's episode, I have had a little bit of trouble with my editing software, so I am aiming for 5 days per episode, but it might be 4 days per episode for the foreseeable, so we'll just see how we get on with that. So we're shipping the honey. And again, I have mentioned before that we could get more than 5 hens at this stage, but we're going to hold off for a future event. So we're having a bit of trouble collecting that egg, it would seem. But we do have the bigger backpack now. You saw that last week, so that's really exciting stuff, especially with Anne's pesky invitation still in our backpack. So, no, we changed our mind. We're going to head and grab the flowers for the girls. And we should have room for that grass down here as well. Yeah. This is lovely, having this big backpack. I think it's the biggest backpack in the game. So we're going to give the flowers to the girls. Let's see Anne's heart level. So she's still at a purple heart. We haven't done a heart level check-in in a while. And Potpourri is at a green heart. So we're going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess as always, which means we'll have 3 left to sparboil. So not an amazing profit today, but still something. Oh, I believe we're going to head into a speed up. And I just realised we will not be sparboiling the eggs because I just realised we are still giving them to Anne for the event. So I do apologise, I totally forgot we were still giving eggs to the inn. It's going to say that event should be over soon. In this episode, I would say. As I've said many, many times before, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, I do pre-record these. So for 1 hot second, we'll do another speed up while I chop the wood here. For 1 hot second, I forgot we were still giving eggs to the inn. So it's a good job past me didn't sparboil them, isn't it? So we've chopped all the trees there. Of course, it is still a goal to get the house upgrade. And just to recap, as I do every episode, the goals that I set myself for spring was getting the larger backpack, which we have done, getting the first house upgrade and getting at least 1 cow or sheep. So the last 2 we are still working on. So we're heading to the inn now to give the eggs to Anne. Like I say, it's a good job that past me remembered, because current me certainly did not. And again, this event should be finished soon. Now, I can't remember, I don't believe that you do this every year. I think this is just for year 1. Because I do believe it is a heart event for Anne. Definitely one of the more lengthier heart events, for sure. So we're just checking our money, 4,440 Gs. Which I can't remember, but I don't think that's quite enough for the first house upgrade. I could be wrong. I assume we're going to check. Nope. Yes, sorry. Yep, so we're going to go in and check. So we had 4,440 Gs. So we need 4,700 and 370 pieces of lumber. So not today. I also wanted to apologise for last week's episode. There was a bit of confusion near the end. When I was editing it, it was quite janky, and I managed to sort the lagging issues out. So, I think we're going to do a bit of mining. So, what you saw last week was a perfectly normal episode. What I saw when editing it and voiceovering it was very laggy. So, a big speed up here while we do some mining. So, luckily, you didn't get to see the glitches that I saw. However, that did make the voiceover a little bit dodgy, so I do apologise for that. You were probably wondering what the heck I was going on about. So we look like we've got quite a nice haul here for, I was going to say lumber, no, for ore. I just love how he carries it above his head. So we have 1 silver, we have 3 silvers, 3 coppers and 2 gold. So, not amazing, but not too bad either. I think we're just making sure we'll have enough money, hopefully tomorrow, to get the house upgrade. So we are, of course, going to see the horse now. And there he is. This is quite a shorter episode compared to what you're used to. We have another speed up here while I clean up the farm. Yeah, so this episode is only around 36 minutes long. So I hope that's not too much of a problem, having a shorter episode. And we are going to help the Harvest Sprites with the rest of the watering as well. They've done a pretty good job on their own though. And with that, I believe we're heading off to bed. So this will be the end of day 1, in this episode anyway, day 15. So we're going to watch the telly, as always. We have the delicious hour. So Naru is going to tell us how to cook stir fry. I have made a stir fry actually. I didn't use cabbage though, funny enough. I am much better at stews than stir fries, I have to say. But I do love noodles. And we're going to check in with Farmer Fran, of course. I think she was talking about cows. Yep, we're still talking about cows. They're taunting me because I haven't got one, you see. Again, I'm sure for other people who play this game, they would be a bit further on at this point. But I was trying to, we've called it a slow playthrough. I wanted to have it slow and steady. Just going to check the weather on day 16. So this is not the most efficient way to play this game. We could be speedrunning it if we wanted to, but for me, I just wanted a nice, slow, chill playthrough. Ah, here we have Anne, so I'm assuming this is the end of the egg event. And thank goodness for that as well. Oh, she's given us a thank you, which I believe is an omelette. Lovely. And she says, "We've decided to use your eggs from now on." Which is quite interesting because I don't think we ever give eggs to the inn from this point forward. So how are they using our eggs from now on? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and we have another speed up here because we have tomatoes that have grown, which is wonderful. So yes, as I was saying earlier, I do lose train of thought while I'm watching this sometimes. We probably could have been a lot further on than this, but I just wanted a nice chill, slow playthrough. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I'll be totally transparent, this series doesn't get that many views, which is okay because I really made it sort of for myself, my own enjoyment, and if people watch it, that's a huge bonus, and I'm very grateful. Now again, we made the mistake of picking up the eggs before we fed the chickens. Don't ask why I keep doing that. So yes, not to say I'm not grateful for people watching, I absolutely am, but I'm going to continue to make this series regardless, so it's not going anywhere. I enjoy making it, and to me that's kind of all that matters. I don't do this for money or anything like that. I'm clearly not monetized. I just do it for fun, so all of you guys watching, that really is a huge bonus, and I'm very, very grateful. I know it's not the most engaging game in the world, but I just think it's sweet and cozy. And over 20 years old now, so. And I do have very fond memories of me and my mother playing this game when I was younger, so it's very nostalgic for me. So I thought Anne's heart level would have gone up, but it's still purple at the moment. Purpuree's was green when we last checked in. Yep, still green. So we can now do what we want with the eggs, so I'm assuming we're going to parboil them. Get a bit more money, yes we are. And of course we've got one to give to the Harvest Goddess as well. Which once again does eat up into our farm profits, and there's technically not a huge reason why you need to do this after the 3 events with the Harvest Goddess, but I still choose to, as I've said before. But is it the most efficient way to play? Probably not, no. So I think we're going to do another speed up here while we chop some of the trees. And we're going to chop these ones as well. And are we going to get the house upgrade today? Let's go in and see. It is also a birthday today, so hopefully we don't miss it. I think we're going to go for it. Are we enlarging the house, finally? Oh, we are. That's so exciting. So that's 2 out of our 3 summer goals complete. Just thought I'd check in with Harris to see if he says anything different, but he doesn't. So I assume we are now heading to the shop to get somebody a birthday present. But in terms of upgrades, we now have the chicken upgrade and we will soon have the first house upgrade, so that's really, really exciting. So what are we going to buy in the shop? It looks like we're buying some flour because it is one of the Harvest Sprites' birthdays. So today is Timid's birthday, and of course they like flour the best in this game. So let's, well, what are we doing? Are we having a think? We're checking our money and our fish food, I would guess. We've got 20 fish food, so I would say we don't need to buy any more. No, we don't. So we're going to head over to the Harvest Sprites house to give Timid his birthday present, and it said Timmy. And we're about halfway through summer now. Just over halfway actually, considering there's 30 days in each. So Timid, as you can see, is the green sprite. We've got a lot in our backpack to be getting on with. We're just having a bit of a mess about here. There we go. Let's give this to Timid. As I say, the summer episodes should be going quicker than the spring episodes did. I'm getting more of a grasp on how many days to put in each episode, etc, etc. The fall episodes, I call it autumn of course, are going to be interesting. I don't know how many days I'll fit per episode because there is so much on in your first year of autumn. The busiest season for sure. It's not as busy in your second year, as you'll see as we go. So we're going to ship the rest of this. And what are we going to do for the rest of it? I imagine we're going to help the harvest sprites water. But they've done a pretty good job, so not too much to do. Of course, another speed up here while we water. And we're going to clear up the farm and look for the horse. There we go. So doing a bit of weeding. Which again is a tiny bit pointless, but never mind. And with that, I think we're going to head to bed and end off day 16. So we've got the song hour. These are so funny. Today's guest, if you're the main character. I have no idea what it's talking about here. I really don't. Not a clue what that was. No surprise. And of course, life on the farm. Is she still talking about cows? Yep, she is. They really are teasing us, aren't they? Considering we don't have one yet. So we're moving swiftly on to day 17. Which means that we will finally get that blooming invitation out of our inventory because it is Anne's birthday today. So let's check the weather. Once again, a nice sunny day tomorrow. So let's head out. Oh, and here's Kai, which means, oh, this is exciting. This means that our corn has finally grown. So Kai is here to ask for some corn. So we finally have corn on the farm, which means I'm going to show you a mechanic you haven't seen yet in my playthrough. But let's grab a corn for Kai. And the way to get Kai's friendship up here, which you will see in a second, is to sell him it for the lowest price, which is 50 Gs. So you do lose a bit of profit here, but it gets his affection up. So we're going to check the mailbox, nothing has come. And we'll go and grab this corn. And there seemed to be a little bit of a jump cut there on my end. I don't know if you guys saw it. But as you can see, we have 40 chicken feed. Gots is coming to sort out the house. We throw a corn in the silo and we now have 50 chicken feed. So we're going to feed the fish and grab the honey, hopefully. Yep. And straight into the hen house we go. So I believe we're going to ship all of this corn, 7, and I think we still have some more to harvest. Now, please feed the hens before you grab the eggs. No, do we egg? Oh, go on. No, no, we're picking up the eggs. I don't know what's wrong with me. Should be feeding the hens first. I've said that a few times in this playthrough, hopefully. I'm screaming it past me. Like, please, please, feed the hens first. Hopefully we do rectify that in the future. Mind you, I've said that for a few episodes now and it hasn't happened. So we have 4 eggs and we have 1,825 Gs. Presumably we're going to give 1 egg to the Harvest Goddess, but before that we need to get the flowers for the girls and the wild grass, of course, if we don't get stuck on a tree on the way there. So we only picked up 1 flower because it is of course Anne's birthday. Poppy is still on a green heart there. So I think we're going to parboil 3 of the eggs. Just saying hello to Anne. I'm going to go ahead and give an egg to the Harvest Goddess, of course. And again, as I've said, it is Anne's birthday today. If you don't receive an invitation from her, i.e. if your heart level is not high enough, you cannot go to Anne's birthday party. I remember when I first played this game, I didn't know that her heart level had to be high enough to give you an invitation, so I was really upset that I missed the birthday party. So we're going to go ahead and ship a few things. We do still have the corn to grab as well, the rest of the corn. So there may be a speed up here while we do that. Let's have a look. Yep, there's a speed up here grabbing the rest of the corn. And we're not going to ship all of it. So we now have 55 feed. Are we going to use another corn? Yes, I think we are, making 65 feed. So it went into the profits a little bit there, but it saves me having to buy the feed. So technically it evens itself out. So we have 5 corn to ship and we are keeping a spar-boiled egg. That is going to be Anne's birthday present, which is quite funny because it basically means she's had eggs from us for the last week, and for her birthday we're also going to give her an egg. Just going to check in on Gots, who is currently soaring at nothing. Don't ask. Clearly Gots charges by the hour. And we're going to give the harvest sprites a hand in watering. Not much of a hand, mind you, only a little bit. But we're going to head over to the shop. I think this is the first time in this playthrough that we are actually going to wrap a present. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time. It felt appropriate, seeing as we were personally invited to her birthday party, to actually wrap the present. But let's just consider this for 1 minute in real life. I'm wrapping up a spar-boiled egg to give to somebody for their birthday. I mean, it's best not to think of these things, isn't it? And we're also going to grab some more fish food, I believe. I can't remember how much fish food we have, though. I wonder if we check that. We do. So, let's see how much fish food we have. We currently have 19. So, let's see what number we make the fish food. So we've made that 30 fish food there. So into the inn we go. Again, you wouldn't be able to do this if you didn't have the invitation. And we're at Anne's party. And she's now on a blue heart as well. So we have Anne, her father, and Cliff, all celebrating. That's cute. And again, she's on a blue heart now. So we're going to speak to her dad. Very nice. And finally Cliff. Oh, bless. So there's not much to do here, that's pretty much the whole event. But still, nice to join in, isn't it? We'll just start having a look round to see if anybody else is here. See, the cat's not here. I would have thought the cat would have been celebrating Anne's birthday, but there you go. The cat has dipped out. And we try our luck getting into the kitchen, but we're not allowed to do that. Not yet, anyway. So we're going to head out. We're going to nip home. If you'll note, the time is 10 to 1, I believe it was. 10 to 2, one of those. And it's dark now. And Anne just says thank you for coming. So that mini event takes you to 6 o'clock in game, I believe. Yeah, so we've lost a fair bit of the day going to that event, but never mind. So I assume we're going to see if there's any more watering to do. Or if the Harvest Sprites got to it all. Hopefully they have. It looks like they've got to it all. We're just checking where the horse is. Yep, so they have done everything. Just going to do... Are we doing a speed up? No, because there's the horse. And with that, I imagine we're going to bed. No, we're just checking our money. So we have 3,175 Gs. And now I think we're heading off to bed. So this marks off the end of day 17. Of course, we are going to watch the telly as always. So Star One Sports this time. This is where they tell you they're wrestling, which they're clearly not. Can't cope with it. So we're moving swiftly on, like I say, to our final day of the episode, which is day 18, of course. State the obvious. And again, like I say, this is a slightly shorter, well, quite substantially shorter episode, actually, so I hope you're okay with that. So, is Farmer Fran still going on about cows? She is indeed. So, taking the dog to bed as always. Move on to our final day of the episode. So here we are on day 18. Nice sunny day again tomorrow, so we've not had any bad days this episode. And for some reason we've taken the dog out, so we need to swiftly go back in, put the dog back in. We're going to check the weather. No, we're not. We're going to check the post box. Our pineapples haven't grown yet, but they're well on their way. As I say, they do take a long time to grow. So unfortunately, no crops have grown today. But wait till the pineapples do grow. You get so much money. So heading straight into the hen house as usual. And again, we have full backpack space for the first time in this playthrough with the largest backpack because we don't have Anne's invitation anymore. And oh my goodness, did we feed the chickens before we picked the eggs up? I think we did. I'm learning. We have, of course, shipped the golden egg. You can sparboil the golden egg. I don't know if it makes a difference, though, so I tend not to. But I can't quite remember if it makes a difference on price. So we're here a little bit early. Going to parboil 3 of these eggs. Here come the girls. So Potpourri was on a green heart. Oh, and we promptly threw the flower. So it looks like only Potpourri is going to get a flower today, not Anne. She's still on green. But wait, she's now on yellow. Wonderful. I was just double checking that, I think. But yes, Potpourri is now a yellow heart. And Anne will still be blue, I assume. Yep. So we're going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess, of course. And I'm not sure what we end up doing for the rest of this episode, so let's find out together. So it looks like there's going to be a speed up. We're going to chop some wood in anticipation for the next upgrade, I would say. Unfortunately, we won't see the house upgraded in this episode, but we will get to see it in the next one. So we're going to ship the rest of this stuff we have. And speed up here while we help the harvest sprites on the farm. Doing a lot of watering. And oh my goodness me, we missed that completely. We do have a lot of corn that has grown, which I completely missed. And we've caught a sprite sleeping on the job. That's because we've pretty much done the job for them. So it turns out we did have some crops grow in. So we have 3,175 Gs, 60 chicken feed, 29 fish food. We're doing quite well. So we're going to go ahead and ship these. Can't believe I missed those. And I think we're going to be looking for the horse here. And there Binky is. There Binky is, there is Binky. Whichever. I still can't get over the fact we have a horse called Binky. I have seen some weird names on the Grand National and things like that. I don't tend to watch horse racing, but I have seen some weird names. So where are we off to? I'm not entirely sure. Are we going to go shopping? What are we going to do? So it looks like we are going into the shop. Ah, so I think we are going to buy our first, I'm just chuckling, I was going to say we are going to buy our first grass of the playthrough. YouTube censors, do not take that the wrong way. I think my character is squeaky clean, thank you very much. So we're going to go ahead and buy 4 units of grass. And again, this is the first time we're buying grass seeds in this playthrough, so that's quite exciting. I tend to put them in the same spot every time I play, right at the back of the farm, which you'll see. I end up with a lot of grass, normally, so we'll see what it looks like going through this playthrough. So I assume we are going back to, I was to say harvest, that's not the right word, plant. I assume we're going back to plant this grass. Yep. So I imagine there's quite a big speed up here. Well, like I say, we did buy 4 bags. Unfortunately, the rocks are in the way, but we will be, hopefully, upgrading the hammer soon. I don't know if I've said this so far, but I think the hammer is by far the hardest tool to upgrade. So we are getting quite tired, so. But luckily, you don't have to water the grass. And this is pretty much the end of this episode, so we are going to watch the telly as always. Mechabot Ultra. So I just want to say thank you very much for your continued support in this playthrough. It really does mean the world to me. And I am having an absolute blast. So I suppose that's all that matters, right? But thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz if you like this kind of thing. There are some things coming up that I'm not going to talk about just yet, but rest assured there are some more things coming up. Maybe some more game through? That's gameplay playthrough. Maybe some more, who knows? But thank you for watching. We are going to end off with our dear Farmer Fran, of course. Is she still talking about cows? Yep, she is. She's talking about milk. I do love a glass of milk, you know, though. I feel like people find that weird, but I do like a glass of milk. Anyway, on that lovely note, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye, Embers.